All right, well, as we promised, we have a special guest, Quinnen Williams, who is arguably going to be a top 5 pick. I would say he's certainly a top 5 pick. There's no denying that this kid will be a top 10 pick. When you get talked about as having physical attributes like Aaron Donald, you seem to slip into the top of the draft, okay? That's what kind of special player he is. So Quinnen Williams, here he is. Thanks for coming on Chris Simms Unbuttoned podcast. It's me, Chris Simms, and my good buddy old pal, Paul Burmeister. Thanks for showing up, man.
Thank you for having me.
Man, your Alabama pedigree is already showing. You called us. We thought we were calling you. You were so ready. But we're going to have fun here, okay, Quinnen? This is the first way I want to start out. I'm going to go to a clip. I would like you to finish this sentence, okay? And then we're going to ask you a few questions about it. So let's roll this clip. Let Quinnen hear it, and I want him to finish the end of the sentence, please.
Have you gone up against any quarterback that slightly resembles Kyler Murray?
No, I don't feel like I have going against a quarterback slightly resembling Kyler Murray, but I feel like Kyler Murray is not where everybody. No, I'm good.
It's good every time.
Okay, go ahead, finish the sentence, please. This is a startup podcast. I could use the traffic here. So what were you going to say?
Now, I was going to say just an opinion that I was looking at on film and things like that on film, but I know how opinions can be, and the media can take opinions and stuff like that, so I try to stay away from opinion-based things like that. So the media won't flip into a negative when it really was a positive situation, a positive remark.
That was a very good job by you, a veteran move. So what I want to know is what was in your brain as you were about to give an opinion about Kyler Murray? Is it Nick Saban in a team meeting that goes into your brain that stopped you just right away there?
No, it was just knowing that I was so passionate about that game and so ready to play that game that I was going to say how I really feel and how I really was going to come off. But I know that the media can take opinions and things like that to a whole new level, especially when it's a positive. So I would never dog a player or anything like that. I would always give props and speak on facts. So.
But Quinnen, you just heard Chris say this is a startup podcast. It's new. Nobody's listening, so it's really just the three of us talking.
Thanks, Paul. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about, and I really like that you did this. Tell me about your thinking of not working out in the Alabama Pro Day. I know you killed it at the Combine. What made you finally decide that you were not going to partake in the Pro Day?
I had a procedure that I had happen to my finger. I had a procedure that held me out from bench press at the Combine. So I got the procedures did after the Combine, and I really felt like I didn't want to get in my stance and put any pressure on that finger at the time. So I had made a decision not to participate due to my finger injury. But was opened up to having meetings and board work and just knowledge like anything else, etc. on football-wise and anything they want to know about me and be about me. But I didn't want to put any pressure on my finger and a re-injury, and I'm really getting ready for rookie minicamp and after draft. So that went all into it, going into not participating. I just felt like I did a great job at Combine. I feel like I showed the scouts and showed the world that my film match up with the real person I am, my attributes that I have, my speed, my strength, my quickness, my lateral movement. Everything that you see on film, it added up with it. So I feel like I checked all the boxes at Combine and did everything I'm supposed to do to make sure my film go as the person I am and the work ethic I have.
Hey, Quinnen, you mentioned all the interaction and the meetings you were able to have yesterday with the teams that came through for the Pro Day. We get to watch the Pro Day. We get to watch the Combine. We watch you play on Saturdays. We don't get to see that interaction that you have with the assistant coaches, the head coaches, the GMs. Which one was your favorite? Was there one interaction that you really enjoyed that you can tell us about?
All the coaches was great, man. Just being that scenery, just be in that same atmosphere with those guys like Belichick and John Lynch and the different guys that were there. It was just amazing because 7 months ago I wouldn't even start. Like 7 months ago I wasn't even on the field or even thought about even playing. So just it's a blessing to even come from that to be in the spot that I was. But not really a scenario stand out on the guy, but beating Belichick was very cool because like I've coached up on the same. Everybody say saving the coach, but Belichick is like the NFL coach. So getting to meet him was amazing.
What did he say to you?
We didn't really talk about. I just introduced myself to him, and was like, nice to meet you. And I had to go support my guys and doing the things that they want to do. Been doing the things that they was performing in and things like that.
All right, so I want to go back to something you said, because you were one of the stars at the Combine. I know you had the procedure on your finger, but if you did not have your procedure on your finger, do you still think you would have worked out at the Alabama Pro Day, or do you think you would have just rested on what you did at the Combine? Because I'm with you, man. There's no point in doing these Pro Day workouts when you have a Combine like you did and your film speaks for itself. Why risk it? Was that part of the thought process, even if you didn't have the finger procedure?
No, it was a procedure I had to have so I could be ready to go full 100% for minicamp. So I feel like I had to have this procedure to get it fixed and things like that. So with OTAs, I won't have no problem. I can go in there and be the best player on the field, off the field I can be for any team who draft me. So I really haven't thought about if I didn't have a procedure, because I knew
you had to have it.
When the season ended, I knew I was going to have to have it. But I was going to get it before the Combine, but I really wanted to perform in the Combine. So I was like, I'm going to just wait it out. Then as it come out, I was like, yeah, I need to go and get this handle so I can be able to perform at 100% level at OTAs and rookie minicamp and things like that.
I know, just as you said, you'd like to work out. You're aiming to be back for OTAs or rookie minicamp, but all these teams that are thinking about you in the top 5 or even higher would probably like to come back and work you out as well. Are you going to be able to do any kind of workouts in the next 4 weeks?
I'm not doing too many workouts in the next 4 weeks.
All right, so here's what's that? Go ahead.
I said for teams, but I will be like working out on my own and training stuff for OTAs and minicamp.
Yeah, we know you're going to be ready. Okay, so this is the thing I always like to ask players coming out in the draft. All right, here you are. You're about to live your dream. When you think about the NFL, who is the guy you're most excited to face off against? Any quarterbacks, offensive linemen? Who's the first guy that jumps to your head?
My favorite football player is Jason Kelce, so going against him is going to be like crazy. Like, I looked up to him, I watched everything he do. I got him on my ultimate team. Like, I play with the Eagles just so I can get him. So I think Jason Kelce would be like the best one.
Wait.
I would go like the physical.
Your favorite player is an offensive lineman, a center? I don't even know if I've ever heard that.
Yeah, he's a real deal, man. Like, I go against a lot of centers, and I look at Jason Kelce and watch Jason Kelce film and just study him and learn his technique, learn the things that he's doing that I can defeat another center who's not doing it. So he turned into one of my favorite offensive linemen. Not favorite, but favorite players. And you got Aaron Donald, you got Jeremy Ford, things like that I get defensive line stuff from. But I feel like that's still like one of my favorite football players.
All right, and what about the quarterback position? I mean, you got to be excited about hitting somebody. I played quarterback. I don't expect you to know who the hell I am, but what's the quarterback you want to hit the most?
I think everybody want to get a sack on Tom Brady, but I just want to get one sack. Like, I just want to get a sack. I just want to start off my first sack. Like, so it's not really a person I want to sack, but I just want sacks. Like, I just want to go get the quarterback, whoever it is. But I think Tom Brady will be one. The quarterback from the Chiefs,
Mahomes. Yeah.
I think he'll be one. Russell Wilson. Every D lineman in the NFL I hear, like, they say Russell Wilson like the hardest dude ever to catch a tackle.
Yeah.
So I think Russell Wilson will be another one. So
could you catch him outside the pocket?
Oh, for sure. Well, Russell Wilson, I don't know what Russell Wilson's 40 was.
It wasn't as fast as Kyler Murray, and that's where I wanted to go with this. Like, so you talk about Russell Wilson. What was it like when you were out in the field facing a guy that's very similar, being compared to Russell Wilson and a Kyler Murray?
Kyler Murray got real speed. That's what I can say. Like, he's fast, man. He's elusive, he's quick. Like they say, like, he like Michael Vick. He can do it all, throw the ball, run the ball, but he got a lot of stuff that I can see that he couldn't do, like steal over the pocket in the middle. So if I disrupt the middle, he was going to rush to either right or left all the time. So different things that I can set him up with like that and have in my arsenal to defeat him.
It's incredible, the Alabama connection to the NFL, Quinnen, especially defensively. 15 of your former teammates the last 2 years. 15 have been drafted in the last 2 drafts. What's the best piece of advice for the next level one of those guys has given you?
Man, I talked to C.J. Mosley at the pro day. He was at the pro day. I talked to C.J. Mosley about everything, man. He was just like, don't live in the moment, just prepare for the future and stuff like that. And that was like one of the big time advice. I got a lot of advice from a lot of guys. I trained with Leonard Williams and I trained with Deshaun Hand, and I played with a lot of guys, man. Like, I got a lot of advice from different guys on our team, different guys on our past team, and veterans in the NFL like Marcel Darius and Andre Smith, like different guys that's already in the NFL, and Cam Robinson. On just how the whole process is going to go after draft, fall, mini camp, and just different things like that.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of resources coming from Alabama on that real insight of the NFL, so I can just pick up the phone and call. So it's been very helpful. Just this process, just basically got a blueprint of what you finna face and what you finna overcome, like just moving forward.
No doubt. I mean, Alabama prepares you for the NFL better than any program. But you know what? That's another aspect I want to ask you about. You know, was there a point when you first got to Alabama where you said, damn, I might have made the wrong decision here. When the hell am I going to get on the field? I mean, you just talked about it. 7 months ago, you weren't even a starter on the defense yet, really. Did you ever second guess yourself if you had made the wrong decision and going to Alabama with all this talent on the D-line?
No, I definitely didn't feel like that. Didn't think I made the wrong decision because I was behind guys who was leading me in the right way to success. I was behind guys who showed me the way to be a pro on the field and off the field, and just made me to the person I am today with this leadership and the leader that I am today, and the different qualities of like discipline and the process that they broke it down to me and things like that. So I really feel no type of way about being on the sideline. But as the season went on, I think my sophomore year, I knew in my mind the next year came, I wanted to play.
Right.
Like, it was no doubt in my mind that I wanted to play. I was going to play, and I needed to play. Just off the competitive person I am, and I felt like I was very ready to play and very prepared to play. So,
Quinnen,
and I got the opportunity to play. After Deron Payne left, I got the opportunity Coach Saban blessed me with just to move in the inside and do things like that. So.
Yeah.
You just mentioned the name Coach Saban. I want to get back to the insight, all the people who prepared you for the NFL. And for the last couple of years, Nick Saban's been the head coach, probably maintain a little bit of distance from the individual players like a lot of coaches do. But he's no longer your head coach. He's just a guy who can help you get ready for the NFL. I'm wondering if he's pulled you aside anytime the last couple months and really told you about what to expect coming up here.
Not for real. He really hasn't pulled me to the side and said, but he coached us up while we was there very well and taught us a lot of things while we was there, and we already prepared. I feel like we need advice. He opened arms up to pick up the phone anytime we can call him and need advice. But most guys that leave and go to the NFL early or just leave and go to the NFL in general are very prepared and very mature to face on all the challenges, and we well equipped with all the things and tools that we need to do to go and be a great player first day on the team, on the campus.
All right, so let's get to some little fun here, okay? Because you're about to have a lot of zeros in your bank account behind a big number, all right? So
that's what they say.
No, that's what they say, and that's the truth. Yeah, you're about to, okay? And I'm excited for you. What is on the Quinnen Williams wish list? Like, what's the first thing you were gonna buy with your big check? You know, I went out and got a watch. What's your dream go-to thing?
My dream, probably whatever my grandma wants. My grandma sacrificed me a lot of stuff, so I'm a first thing. Like when I get a check, like my check, I'm gonna buy my grandma whatever she wants or needs at the time. Like anything. So I think that'll be the first thing I'm gonna buy.
Damn, you're killing this interview, man. I think you just went up like 3 draft spots just with all these professional answers you're giving. Okay? Wait, okay, now grandma's out of the way. Now let's go back to you. What is the first thing you want to buy for yourself?
Me, myself, I don't know. I don't really know. Like, I really feel like I got everything I want. Like, I really not a person who spend money on jewelry. Cause I don't wear jewelry. I've got an Apple Watch. That's about it. But, so I really don't want anything else like that. So I'll probably just wait until something else like to get for me myself. But I know my grandma, like, I know she's going to want something. So.
Hey, as long as we're talking about what you want, Quinnen, in the top 6, there are 2 teams picking in California. There are 2 teams in New York. Would you be a better West Coast or East Coast guy if you had your pick?
It don't matter, man. I'm from the West Coast. I mean, I'm from the East Coast, but I train in L.A. and the West Coast, so it don't matter. Like, I love the weather out there in the West Coast, but I love the cold and the snow in the East Coast.
Loves the cold and the snow. Come on out then.
Yeah.
We got plenty.
Yeah, well, there's some teams out here that definitely would like to have you. Okay, all right, so you've gone through this whole process. Everybody's kissing your butt, telling you how awesome you are. What is, like, the biggest negative somebody's told you about your game to this point, or something that you really feel like you need to work on?
I really need to work on a lot. I hear the positive stuff, not the positive stuff, but I hear the good stuff, like kissing my butt and stuff. But playing for Alabama, man, they go one after the other. Because you always got to work on the things that you got, you know what I'm saying, the bad things and the negative things that you have. Because you can go out there and beat somebody 56-0, but if you was worried about you beat somebody 56-0, and don't try to go get the thing that you did wrong correct, the next week you can lose. So, but I got a lot of things to work on, like conditioning-wise, effort, different things, like hoping my hips up, planting my foot in the ground, or tracking to the ball and things like that. So I've been working on a lot of stuff in my game that I've been getting back from NFL scouts and NFL coaches and things like that I need to work on during this offseason. So when I get the OTAs, everything be like a smooth train. So.
I've been wondering this since we've been talking to you. You are clearly en route from one place to another. Where are you? And where are you going right now?
I just left Tuscaloosa going to see my grandma. It's her birthday today, so I'm going to go pop up on her for her birthday.
Oh.
She might just tell you exactly what she wants for her birthday and for your draft day.
She might. She probably not.
That would work out well.
Write it down somewhere.
Well, what'd you get her? Did you get her something for her birthday? Like, come on, tell us.
Nah, I'm not a surprise gift giver. Like, I'm a horrible surprise gift giver. Like, I'm a person who will get you a gift and you gonna hate it. Like, you gonna dislike it. So I'm one of the people who will take you, like, to go get your gift.
Yeah, no, I hear you. That's a smarter way, too. Women can be too hard to please sometimes with gift giving. So just let them go pick it out. I learned that from my wife very easily. All right, last thing I want to ask you before we get out of here, and we'll let you go. I just want to know, I always love to ask players this, and I asked you something similar already. College football, who was the best player you played against? Who was the guy that jumped out to you where you just got off the field and you said, whoa, that guy was special? Can be any position.
Any position?
Any position. Anybody that you were out there on the field with and you just said, whoa, that guy was on a different level. Whether it was Sony Michel last year or McCole Hardman from Georgia, DK Metcalf, if you got to see him at Ole Miss. Anybody, who was the guy that really caught your eye in your years at Alabama?
My years at Alabama, it would be on my team or off my team? Like,
no, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want. Whoever was the freakiest guy you came across. I know. And don't worry. You can think about it.
Let me think. Freakiest guy I probably came across would probably be well, when I watched the combine, DJ Metcalf went crazy. Like, he like an alien. So that was crazy to see. But he didn't play against us.
Right.
He didn't play in the game against us, so let me see.
Yep, that's all right. Don't worry. The pressure's on you. It's okay. It's the fourth quarter. Brady's got the ball. You gotta make a decision here.
I think it would probably be Deron Payne.
Okay. Deron Payne.
Nah, not Deron Payne. Let me see.
All right.
If I had to get somebody on my team, the freakiest athlete I ever seen, probably Josh Jacobs.
Oh, okay. So you two Alabama guys there.
Good teammate there.
Yeah, I think Josh Jacobs is the freakiest dude I ever came across. Like,
I've been watching film of it. It's pretty impressive. It's a lot like you. It's freaky, and that's why you're being talked about as a top 10 pick. I appreciate you coming on, man, with me and Paul. You the man. We're rooting for you. I can see why you're killing it because you answered all these questions way too smoothly for a defensive tackle, okay? How dare you? All right, man. Good luck with everything, all right?
All right.
See ya.
Thanks, Quinnen.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.